Welcome to the 2021 321A State Wrestling Tournament Recap Show. This is Mike Holliday, and I'll be joined by Troy Rechek as we bring you all of the champions from each weight class and check out the final team scores. First of all, what a year for 321A Wrestling in Kansas. 3 qualifying tournaments leading up to state. There was a district, regionals, and sub-state, only 8-man brackets instead of the normal 16-man brackets. But you know what? It was another great day of wrestling, a one-day only tournament, but it was another great one, and the state tournament went off without a hitch.
Here in Hayes, we're still styling, still creating beautiful things, still spicing it up, still caring and preparing, still celebrating, still serving, still connecting, and you're still welcome.
Programming on Smoky Hill Public Television is made possible in part by an underwriting grant from Nextech, providing the area with top-notch broadband, business technology, and advertising solutions. Nextech proudly supports public broadcasting and all of its ventures impacting the economic growth of rural communities.
Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Bainter Oil Service, Coombs Incorporated, Phillipsburg, Cunningham Telephone and Cable, serving North Central Kansas, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Agent Shane Kinter, Phillipsburg, Darrell E. Miller Law Office, Mankato, Frederickson Insurance Agency, Oberlin.
Well, let's get started with the 170-pound weight class. A couple of state finalists from a year ago. Defending state champion Hunter Prohaska of Beloit, a senior, and Matthew Rodriguez from southeast of Saline, a junior. Rodriguez second in state last year. Hunter Prohaska of Beloit, a state champion. And this was the 4th time that those wrestlers had met this season.
Needs to get moving on his feet.
There's a good
4
shot.
points to make up.
And a takedown. That makes it 11-9. And Rodriguez will give Prohaska a point. So it's going to be 12-9 with 1:22 left.
Going to have to do that a couple more times.
And he's certainly capable of that.
And another toss
Prohaska
by
gets the takedown.
Prohaska. Not a lot you can really do from that position.
No.
Prohaska's just got him wrapped up.
Yeah, not only did he gain 3 back points, time is ticking away. Now down to 33 seconds left, and there's 3 points awarded, and it's 17-9. 20 seconds left. And Prohaska has become a 2-time state champion.
Rodriguez, a 2-time runner-up.
Well, that's a bit of a surprise to get us started at 170 pounds. Hunter Prohaska finishes the year 31-6 and a 2-time state champion.
Wrestling for the state championship,
Finishing 6th place, Josh Herman of Sabetha.
and the champion,
5th place, Connor Piper of Ellis.
2021
4th, Nice tournament for Ben Hansen of Plainville. Third place, Silver Lake's Dagan Kruger. State runner-up Matthew Rodriguez of Southeast of Saline. And Hunter Prohaska of Beloit wins his second straight state championship, beating Rodriguez in the final 17-9.
At 182 pounds, speaking of a couple of wrestlers that were familiar with each other, undefeated Joshua Ball from Hoisington and Jace Hamel of Hill City coming into the 182-pound championship match. Hamel had 3 losses, all of them to Ball this season.
Who's 28 or 30-3 with all 3 losses coming to Ball. Now Hamel had a great first period at Sub-State last week and was routing Ball before getting turned and pinned.
Yeah, it looks like they've wrestled a couple of times this year. The first time, Ball winning him by a fall. The second time, a forfeit.
Yeah, that was at regionals. They just decided not to wrestle each other because there was a pretty good chance they'd meet up again next weekend.
Seen a lot of that this year, being now that it's 3 qualifying meets. Not a lot, but several kids decided not to wrestle, and not because they were injured, just overexposure to the same opponent.
Strategy, right?
Right.
Well, I have banged this drum all weekend long, but it is so good to see Jace Hamel healthy. He's such a good wrestler. Was rolling right along last year and got injured just a couple of weeks before regionals. He's not been to state, obviously not placed at state, but here he is in the state championship for Hill City, who has a good chance to take second place as a team. Their best finish ever, second place in '85.
Followed that well. Still has the leg. Lots of pressure on the head and ankle lifting from Ball. Stalemate. We start all over.
Ball's older brother is Brandon, a 4-time state champion, Fort Hays All-American. Jonathan won state once, Christopher 3 times, and Ball looking to join that legacy. Jace Hamel's brother Ethan, 3 years ago, finished 5th. Zero, Troy. We got a good one at 182. Ball has a 4-0 win over Bo Wassenberg of Marysville and a fall in the second over Gavin Hewlin of Oberlin. Hamel won over Jace High of Douglas 10-6, and then outlasted Brendan Walker of Beloit 4-2.
Ball able to trip Hamel back to the mat. No points scored yet in the match.
Ball finishing 6th as a freshman at 160, 5th as a sophomore at 170, and then 3rd last year at 170 pounds. He's been ranked number 1 all year long at 182.
Switch. He's got that single leg lifted. Let's see if he can get it to trip. And he fell to his back, and now Ball is jumping all over that.
Boy, that's where do you just back out and get your point or try for the reversal, and trying for the reversal has put Hamel on his back.
And a fall for Ball.
With the medal winners at
The
170
4th
pounds, please report to the
Ball
award
state
stand.
champion.
At this time, medal winners at
Undefeated
170
Joshua Ball.
pounds, please report to the award stand at this time.
So Hamel of Hill City will take home the silver his senior year.
pound medal winners. Sixth place, Buddy Claiborne of Fredonia. In fifth, Tristan Vandevelde of Silver Lake. Fourth place, Beloit's Brennan Walker. In third, Gavin Hewlin of Oberlin. Second place, Chase Hamel of Hill City. And your champion at 182 pounds, his first state championship. Finished the year 37-0, Joshua Ball, a four-time Hoisington State placer.
Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Six Toes Feed and Seed, LLC, Town and Country Supermarket, Hoisington, Trinity Ag, LLC, Weller's Tax and Accounting Service, Hill City.
At 195 pounds, it was unbeaten Tate Siebold of Cimarron going up against Todd Palick of Marion. Our first look at an Eastern Kansas versus a Western Kansas weight class.
Districts when Shadron Blanca of St. Francis did not make it out of districts. He was a third place finisher at 195 last year. And then you had Sterling Harp of Southeast of Saline, who was a state runner-up at 195. So he'd have been 195 or 220. He didn't go out for wrestling this year. That's opened things up for guys like Palick and Siebold.
The lead here for the Cimarron wrestler Siebold, 3-0.
Interesting that Palick elected to go both up in the third period. Both of these wrestlers seniors.
Coming up on the final minute, Palick needs to really get after it.
For the medal winners at 182 pounds, please report to the award stand at this time. Medal winners at 182.
As far as body builds, from their feet, it would look to me as though Siebold would have the advantage on like a toss or a headlock or something like that.
There's Palick in deep on Siebold. Siebold holding him off. Just 10 seconds left in the match.
Stepped out of bounds. So now you have to go for a throw or something because you need 4 points. Clock's going to run out. 3-0, your final score at 195. And Siebold of Cimarron is your state champion. Back to Hayes for the 321A State Wrestling Championships. Troy Recheck, Mike Holliday, and Mike Awards at 195.
Sixth place at 195, Preston Gillen, the junior from Silver Lake.
Todd Palick.
In fifth place, Jonathan Tomat of Oakley.
And your champion.
Fourth place, Keon Bacchus of Minneapolis. Third place goes to Cyrus Green, the senior from Outwood. Second place, Todd Palick of Marion. And Tate Siebold wins his first state championship, 3-0 over Palick. Tate Siebold, your champion at 195.
£220 saw Gavin Sproul, a Fort Hays State football signee, up against Jack Lott, once beaten senior from Marysville. It was a senior-senior battle at 220 pounds.
gets his third takedown. He leads 7-1. Now 7-2.
Ten seconds.
It's been a good 4 minutes of wrestling for Gavin Sproul.
Switch. Countered well by Sproul.
Yeah, good re-switch.
Here comes another switch. Followed around behind and takes Lott off the mat.
Sproul doing just enough on top to make sure Lott doesn't get away while taking time off that clock. 1:36 left. There's an escape.
7-3. Getting some noise in the gym as we approach a minute remaining.
We're used to that Norton section just being full. Just 3 wrestlers that qualify. They were only allotted 21 tickets. Fourth takedown by Sproul. He's just wrestled an incredibly smart match.
Lott has been probably the bigger aggressor here in the final match, or final period, I mean, but he gets out of position a little bit, and Sproul has been taking advantage of it. Got Bill Johnson over there encouraging Gavin Sproul. He always gets his wrestlers ready for these finals matches.
Yeah, sure does. And it's going to be a 9-3 win.
9-3. And the Norton Blue Jays have a state champion here at 220, the 3-2-1A State Wrestling Championships. And we're going to go to a break. We'll be back with the awards at 195 after this. And we're back. Mike Hollidays, we've got some awards to pass out at 220.
6th place finisher Brock Burrish of Phillipsburg. In 5th, Gavin Gertie of Flint Hills. 4th place, Oakley's Christian Koch. In 3rd, Quentin Beeson of Republic County. Runner-up, Jack Lott of Marysville. And Gavin Sproul of Norton wins his first state championship. 36-2 on the year.
285 pounds, we were all anticipating a couple of undefeated wrestlers being in the finals. Trey Barrientos of Sylvan Lucas was hurt in the first round of the tournament, could not continue, but Dane Whalen, the defending state champion and unbeaten wrestler from Osage City, did get there against a regional opponent, Nolan Parker of Mission Valley.
And leading 2-0 15 seconds left in the first.
Parker 15-3, had a third period fall over Hoxie's Brandon Baker in the first round and beat Andrew Watts of Humboldt 7-2. Whalen had a first period fall. He has 2 first period pins. Thane Wald of Hill City and Colby Stevens of Wellsville, who would go on to take third.
Another takedown for Whalen, 4-0.
He's good on his feet. He's not one of those heavyweights that'll just lean on you. That's why I was looking forward to Barrientos and Whalen. Barrientos is very active on his feet.
These two have met 3 times this year. And Whalen has won 2 of them by default or injury.
Got that chicken wing and the fall.
Which is what he did the other time they met, a first period fall. So your state champion for the second year in a row is Dane Whalen of Osage City. Heavyweight award ceremony going on.
6th place finisher at 285. Brandon Baker of Hoxie. 5th place, Thane Walt from Hill City. 4th place, Humboldt's Andrew Watts. In 3rd place, Colby Stevens of Wellsville.
And your champion for 2021.
Nolan Parker of Mission Valley finishes in 2nd. And your champion, Dane Whalen of Osage City, 33-0 and a 2-time state champion. There's a good look at Whalen.
Hello, Levi Getz, Western Kansas Regional President for Equity Bank. Equity Bank is a proud supporter of Kansas communities, Kansas students, and Kansas wrestlers. Just like wrestling, Equity Bank applies the same level of dedication and commitment to the local communities in which we serve.
Hi, I'm Clay Madden. A few things that Norton Wrestling taught me is that if you want to be successful, you must work hard, have determination, and work as a team. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Keith Spraying Service, Panoke, Kansas. Landmark Implement. Leon's Welding and Fabrication of Hayes, Kansas. Meyer Electric of Hoxie, serving Northwest Kansas. Midwest Mixer Service of Scott City and Dodge City.
At 106 pounds, it was another East versus West as Corbin White of Jayhawk Lynn, looking to become their first state champion ever, was taking on upstart Tate Weimer, the sophomore from Hoxie.
Come up here.
Could I have your attention, please? Please, all spectators.
Running that chicken wing.
Social distancing
And has the opposite shoulder cupped, getting a count.
Please wear your masks. Also, the administration of Fort Hays State University has asked me that you pick up your areas so we can prepare the arena for
3 more near fall.
place your trash.
White increasing his lead to 10-0.
Weimer's choice, and I think he wisely chooses neutral.
Also, I'd like to remind the KAB coaches that you need to vote for Coach of Senior Wrestler of the Year online this year.
Weimer, as you mentioned, 9 losses coming in, so quite a few for a finalist, but he's avenged a lot of those. I mean, he's gone back and forth with Carter Underhill from Hill City and Mason Younger from Ellis.
Well, he lost to Mason Younger the first 2 matches they wrestled, and they really weren't even close, and now he's beaten him the last final time, so yeah, there's some good 6-pounders. And that's really just in Hoxie's league. Nice job by Weimer to get the takedown, but he trails by 8. Hoxie's entire team is so good on top. I thought if Weimer could spend some time on top, he'd have a chance in this match.
Getting to the point where he's going to have to just go for the fall.
37 seconds remaining. Getting a little high.
Yep. Ten seconds.
Weimer continuing to work.
Gonna pick up, nope. Will end in neutral. So Jayhawk Lynn picks up its first ever state champion wrestler in Corbin White. 12-3, your final.
Sixth place finisher at 106 pounds, Chase Johnson of Minneapolis in 5th. Evan Coble of West Hill. 4th place, Drayton Kennedy of Erie. 3rd place, Carter Underhill of Hill City. He lost his first match and came all the way back in the backside. State runner-up, Tate Weimer of Hoxie. And your champion, and the first ever Jayhawk Lynn champion, Corbin White. And a 12-3 decision over Weimer in the finals.
At 113 pounds, it was a freshman versus senior matchup as Gable Fredrickson of Marysville battled Jake Stanton of Caney Valley, a match that was 1 point, decided by 1 point in the sub-state final, and it was won by Fredrickson. How would 113 turn out?
.30 seconds, first period, 4-0, your lead for Fredrickson. Marysville wrestler in the black and on top. Stanton of Caney Valley in the red.
Fredrickson really had to be tough on top against Ball, especially in the 3rd period of their match. And he's tough on top against Stanton of Caney Valley. Stanton, one of those wrestling names from Caney Valley. There's been several Stantons that have come through and done really well. And Fredrickson's going to lead it 4-0. Stanton with a 12-5 win over Caleb Adkins of Hill City in the first round. And then beat Wayne Shepard of Hoxie 6-4 in overtime in the semifinals. Fredrickson, a decision over A.J. Polanski of Republic County 7-3, and then that 4-3 decision over Ball of Hoisington.
Stanton walks right into that. Takedown there for Fredrickson, 6-0.
Stanton has been a pretty good portion of this match, just broken down on his stomach. Now close to getting turned. There's the fall. And a dominating performance by the freshman Gable Fredrickson of Marysville.
And that was against a senior from Caney Valley. So a fall for Fredrickson.
Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas. Oakley Plainsman Booster Club. People's State Bank, serving 10 locations. Russell's Renovations and Construction, Hill City. Rolling Hills Electric Cooperative Incorporated. Scott Christian's Construction, Hoisington.
113 pounds, sixth place finisher A.J. Polanski of Republic County. In fifth, Hoisington's Josiah Ball. Fourth place, Hoxie's Wayne Shepard. In third, Caleb Atkins of Hill City. Second place goes to Jake Stanton of Caney Valley, and your champion with a second period fall, freshman Gable Fredrickson of Marysville.
At 120 pounds, it was another sub-state rematch between once beaten Wyatt White of Whitewater Remington and unbeaten Tom Van Valkenburg of Council Grove.
Well, this will be a good one. Van Valkenburg beat Wright for his first loss of the year, 9-4 in the finals of sub-state. And Wright gets the takedown.
And Van Valkenburg is in some trouble here.
Wow.
And a first period fall.
Wow.
So Wright of Whitewater Remington pins his way through the tournament to be your state champion at 120 pounds. First loss on the season for Van Valkenburg. Rough way to go out as a senior and undefeated. I might know why that's the case.
120 pounds in sixth place, Carson Oakes of Hoxie. Fifth place went to Nate Wilburn of Pleasant Ridge. In fourth, Connor Hughes, the senior from Eureka. Junior Logan Normandin from Plainville places third for the second straight year. First place, Tom Van Valkenburg of Council Grove. And your champion, Wyatt Wright of Whitewater Remington. First period fall. And he finishes the year 26-1.
Wrestling for the state championship.
At 126 pounds, a highly anticipated Norton versus Hoxie matchup. Junior and defending state champion Colton Field of Norton taking on first-time state qualifying Dayton Bell from Hoxie.
The lower center of gravity for Dayton has made him struggle a little getting out from underneath. He's got that near leg lift hooked up, and it's tough to get your base back from there.
And Dayton Bell clearly has him.
Under a minute. 4 points.
Now Field with that headlock going for the pin. And if he can't get that, he'll just hold Bell there, close to getting the fall. There it is.
Will the medal winners at 120 pounds please report to the award stand? Medal winners at 120 please.
Colton Field of Norton, a two-time state champion. £126 medal winners. Sixth place, Trent Rogers of Chase County. In fifth, Connor Collins from Osage City. Fourth, J.R. Thelwell of Riley County. In third, Caleb Talkington of Republic County. Second place, Dayton Bell of Hoxie. And your champion, Colton Field of Norton, a two-time state champion.
Returning state champion at 120 pounds is Colton Field.
At 132 pounds, another Bell looking for his second straight championship. Junior Drew Bell from Hoxie against Mason Scholes of Effingham, Atchison County.
So as the record shows, this is number one versus number two as far as the 321A latest rankings.
Bell went up to Kearney, Nebraska, and wrestled in the Midwest Classic championships, the nationals, and won it.
Please help prepare the arena for tomorrow by picking up your trash in the area and putting in containers provided for such a purpose.
Takedown for Bell.
Bell finishing fourth in state as a freshman at 120. State champion last year at 126.
And he's got a cradle hooked up.
May look to finish this.
To get a little more space. There it is.
That's 3 first period falls for Drew Bell.
Did I not say before the tournament that I thought there was a chance that would happen?
Medal winners.
132 pounds, finishing in sixth place. Quentin Heedy of Erie. Fifth, Terrence Young of Stafford. Fourth place, Justin Rickstraw of Silver Lake. In third, Aiden Hockman from Hill City. State runner-up, Mason Scholes of Atchison County. And your champion at 132 pounds, second straight state championship, first year undefeated, Drew Bell, the junior from Hoxie. 3 first period falls and a record of 44-0.
You work hard. After long hours in the field, the last thing you need is unnecessary and expensive equipment repairs because of weather exposure. Smart farmers know that protecting their investment with an all-seasons building from VAP Construction pays for itself in the long run. VAP's crews work year-round, putting up storage sheds, residential garages, and agricultural buildings. And VAP Construction has a reputation worth waiting for. Learn more at vapconstruction.com. That's vapconstruction.com.
Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Bainter Oil Service, Coombs Incorporated, Phillipsburg, Cunningham Telephone and Cable, serving North Central Kansas, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Agent Shane Kinter, Phillipsburg, Darrell E. Miller Law Office, Mankato, Frederickson Insurance Agency, Oberlin.
At 138 pounds, it would be the 7th time these individuals met up for a championship in a tournament, as Drew Bretz of Hoxie took on Eric Kane from Oakley.
Kane is usually very hard to hold down. Brett's doing fantastic work on top.
Down to 45 seconds.
Medal winners at 132 pounds, please report to the award stand at this time. Medal winners at 132, please report to the award stand at this time.
And he's not going to just give Kane a freebie. Brett's is going to hold on to that leg.
It didn't matter last time.
There's the reversal by Kane, so he finally gets out. That makes it 6-4. Brett's flattens out, and he can kind of stall this one out if he wants.
5 seconds, and here the Hoxie crowd starting to stomp. And they've got their second consecutive state champion in Drew Bretz with a 6-4 decision. Kane, a back-to-back runner-up for the Plainsmen. Third consecutive Hoxie wrestler on the way, along with some awards after this on Smoky Hills PBS.
Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Six Toes Feed and Seed, LLC, Town and Country Supermarket, Hoisington, Trinity Ag, LLC, Weller's Tax and Accounting Service, Hill City.
Medal winners at 138 pounds, 6th place, Ethan Elliott of Wellsville. 5th, Reese Groffel of Oberlin. In 4th, Douglas Matthew Reynolds. 3rd place, Kai Allen of Silver Lake, a 4-time state placer. 2nd place, Eric Kane of Oakley. And Drew Bretz of Hoxie goes 4-3 on the year against Kane, but he wins the big one. Drew Bretz, your state champion at 138 pounds, decisioning Eric Kane 6-4. We're down to our final 2 matches.
At 145 pounds, defending state champion Derek Johnson of Hoxie faced Lane Hurla of Rossville.
8 out of 9 Hoxie wrestlers who qualified for state this weekend are underclassmen. 1 senior on the team, that's Aiden Ballman, and he's a good one. They'll lose as Johnson gets an escape, but Hoxie could conceivably be better next year.
Well, they lost 1 senior this past season in Dylan Weimer, but what were they, 1.5 points behind Norton last year? So, and Norton just tore it up in the finals.
They did. Both Hoxie and Norton were 3-0 in the finals. Both of them just wrestled well last year throughout the entire weekend, but Norton really brought it. Well, I don't know if people are watching and thinking this is a boring match, but to me this is anything but boring. It's almost like a college match.
Yep. Under a minute now, just that escape by Johnson, giving him the 1-0 lead. Working that Russian armbar. Neither wrestler warned for stalling, and now that we get down to 30 seconds, Johnson might do that a little creatively. It's
Medal winners at 138 pounds, please report to the award stand.
Now Hurla had to try something, and that didn't work out very well as Johnson gets the takedown and is seconds away from winning his 2nd straight state championship. Only a sophomore. There's an escape for Hurla.
And another takedown. Nope, they haven't awarded it yet. But time is going to expire. So 3-1. It was a good one as predicted, but Johnson for the Hoxie Indians is your state champion at 145 pounds.
Yep, let's head there. 145-pound medal winner, 6th place Jordan Bachman of Hillsboro, a 2-time state placer. And 5th, Eureka's Brody Harrison. 4th, senior Elijah Collins of Osage City. In 3rd, Colby Schreiner of Kingman. State runner-up was Lane Hurla of Rossville. And the state champion, Derek Johnson of Hoxie, winning 3-1 and winning his 2nd straight state championship.
At 152 pounds, these wrestlers came out of the Eastern Kansas sub-state. Bryce Eck of Uniontown against Eureka's Brett Escarino.
Two takedown for Eck. Now stretching Escarino out. He's got 2 back. And what was a 1-0 match is now 5-0.
Well, we saw Jayhawk Lynn get their first ever state champion, so may see another one today.
Boy, Bryce Eck just doesn't really get out of position. And he doesn't panic.
It's close to getting some more predicament, and the count is on. And another pin in the finals. Been a pin fist today.
145, please report to the award stand. Medal winners from 145, please report to the award stand.
We've got the last weight class of the season coming up.
£152 in 6th place, Eli Mumpower of Alma Wabunsee.
And your champion,
6th place, or 5th place rather, Garrett Urban of Norton. 4th, Sam Twombly of Rossville. In 3rd, Hill City's Aiden Amrine. State runner-up, Brent Escarino of Eureka. And your state champion, Bryce Eck, becoming Uniontown's first ever state champion. Eck finishing the year 37-2.
Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Keith Spraying Service, Pinoki, Kansas. Landmark Implement. Leon's Welding and Fabrication of Hayes, Kansas. Meyer Electric of Hoxie, serving Northwest Kansas. Midwest Mixer Service of Scott City and Dodge City.
We began the championship matches at 170 pounds. We end at 160. Second time in as many years, Brennan Lowe of Eureka would meet up with Aiden Ballman of Hoxie.
Ballman able to get Lowe flattened out on that single.
Kind of throws that trunk whizzer in and flattens Lowe out.
Pretty quick stalemate called there.
Yeah.
They usually let him work that a little bit longer. Under a minute.
Now Ballman's going to be careful here to not get a stall call. Circle, don't back up.
Don't need to get crazy, but yeah. Keep it on the mat. Keep the clock running.
That's the stall warning. 27 seconds on the clock.
Medal winners at 152, please report to the award stand at this time. Medal winners at 152.
Beats the circle.
Oh my.
Had to lead the whole match. The last 8 seconds. That's
Wow.
gotta hurt. Your champion at 160 pounds, 5-3 is low.
6th place, Wyatt Bird of Wellsville. In 5th, Derek Wallen of Alma Wabunsie. 4th place, Andrew Hubert, the junior from Republic County. 3rd place, Tate Cadle of Beloit. 2nd place, Aiden Ballman of Hoxie. And your champion, he won it in the last 8 seconds, Brennan Lowe of Eureka.
As far as the team scores went, Hoxie won it easily with 154 points. The Hill City Ringnecks were in second place with 84. Eureka, 61 points. The Tornadoes finished in third place. Norton, 54.5. That was good enough for fourth. Silver Lake, 52 points. They finish in fifth place. Beloit in sixth with 50. And Republic County, a team that took third last year at state, finished seventh this year with 47 points. Some interesting notes: Hoxie becomes the first 8-man football school in Kansas to win a team championship in wrestling. 8 of 9 Indian State qualifiers will return next year. This was just really a young state tournament altogether. Hill City finished second as a team. 6 of 7 Ringneck state qualifiers will return next year. And Norton, defending state champions on the team side, took fourth place despite qualifying just 3 individuals. But when 2 of them win state and the other one finishes in fifth place, well, they scored quite a few points, good enough for fourth place. Well, thank you so much for tuning in and watching the highlights from the 321A State Wrestling Tournament. Smoky Hills PBS would like to thank all of the staff, all of the volunteers, and all of our great sponsors for making this coverage possible. We look forward to seeing you again next year.
Programming on Smoky Hill Public Television is made possible in part by an underwriting grant from Nextech, providing the area with top-notch broadband, business technology, and advertising solutions. Nextech proudly supports public broadcasting and all of its ventures impacting the economic growth of rural communities.
Hello, Levi Getz, Western Kansas Regional President for Equity Bank. Equity Bank is a proud supporter of Kansas communities, Kansas students, and Kansas wrestlers. Just like wrestling, Equity Bank applies the same level of dedication and commitment to the local communities in which we serve.
Hi, I'm Clay Madden. A few things that Norton Wrestling taught me is that if you want to be successful, you must work hard, have determination, and work as a team. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck. You work hard. After long hours in the field, the last thing you need is unnecessary and expensive equipment repairs because of weather exposure. Smart farmers know that protecting their investment with an all-seasons building from VAP Construction pays for itself in the long run. VAP's crews work year-round putting up storage sheds, residential garages, and agricultural buildings. And VAP Construction has a reputation worth waiting for. Learn more at vapconstruction.com. That's VAPconstruction.com.
Those that came before us had dedication and determination. They carried and they carved. They built and they raised. They promised and they prayed. Our forefathers did the best they could with what they had, and their best was pretty darn impressive. The historic churches of Ellis County, Kansas, and the wonders of the High Plains are yours to explore. More information is available at visithays.com.
Presentation of Kansas 321A State Wrestling is brought to you in part by Nextech Wireless. We are Kansas. Oakley Plainsman Booster Club. People's State Bank, serving 10 locations. Russell's Renovations and Construction, Hill City. Rolling Hills Electric Cooperative Incorporated. Scott Christian's Construction, Hoisington.